Yeah.
Okay, so I'll actually take this in English. So the thought I'm having requires me to explain a phenomenon in natural sciences called excitation of atoms. Okay, so if you can show here, basically I'm gonna have to explain the basic atomic structure. Uh, and this is like the classical model. Like quantum physics is teaching us that this is not an accurate model anymore, but I'm gonna use it for argument's sake. Okay, so here we have the center of the atom, which consists of one proton, okay, and one neutron. And this is the nucleus of the atom. Okay, so for the first atom, which is the hydrogen molecule, I believe it's called hydrogen in English. That would be awkward if I didn't know it. It has one proton, one neutron, and the rule for this is that for each proton that the atom has, there is a tantamount existence of an electron. Okay, so this electron, according to this old school of thought, is like going around the atom, okay? Basically all the time. Now I'm gonna start explaining the phenomenon of excitation of atoms. Okay, so we have this atom, this is a hydrogen molecule, and basically this molecule is being hit by radiation from the sun, for instance. Okay, here we have a wave, all right? And this wave is hitting this particle, and there is an interaction that is occurring. What basically happens is that this electron becomes pushed upwards to the second layer. There are different layers of these for the electrons to be in. Okay, so when the first electron layer is filled, which it can have 2 electrons, then, the new electrons need to go somewhere else. Okay, but that's another thing. Okay, so scratch that. So basically, we have a wave, radiation coming in, which excites the electron to jump up to this one. And here, it contains more energy. Okay, so now the atom is excited. That's what they call it in physics. Okay, the atom is here. No, the electron is here. And what happens when it has this much energy, it's like gravity. If you take something, and you lift it up, like if this is the ground, it's gonna drop, right? Same principle with this one. Okay, so this one is having a lot of energy right now, and in order to get back to its original state, it has to release the energy. So as it drops, it emits a wave, an electromagnetic frequency. And this is in the shape of a color, okay? So, now that I have explained this whole principle and this whole thing, I have a theory, which it might sound crazy, but like psychedelics have made me realize that the way I see reality now is we have these different dimensions. So this is a representation of the first dimension, okay? This is a representation of the second dimension, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I think according to the physics nowadays, according to string theory, they are postulating that there are 12 dimensions that we're living in, according to the laws of physics and string theory. Okay, you can show here. And my theory is, since the universe is like always constantly changing, like if we have a seed and we put it in soil, that seed transforms into a tree that creates seeds that creates the tree. Okay, so you see we have two hyperpositions. If this is the seed and this is the tree, then the energy is like bouncing from here to here to here to here, and just has this pattern, you know. So I had this crazy thought that what if energy in its true nature is this hyperposition in the 12th dimension of energy that is trickling down these different dimensions, and on each and every level it manifests as something else. So in the first dimension it manifests, you know, as a line maybe. On the second dimension we have a plane, right? We have two dimensions, one this way, one this way. That creates a plane. Okay, so if we add the third dimension, depth, then we get a cube, right? Okay, and fourth, well, I'm not gonna even try to visually represent that because fuck that shit. So, what if energy in its true essence, and I think this is unlocked when you take psychedelics, like you go from here and you start to go upwards, and you start to see what that energy is in those higher levels. Yeah, this is basically my theory. And I want to know what other people who are into science and basically the nature of this universe combined with spirituality think about this. Thank you.